if this is working correctly or not. I have very low expectations for this. I wonder if I could upload this on YouTube. Oh my god, that looks so good! Hello, party people. Welcome back to Dear Alissa. Today, I got this cool little toy that I met and found on TikTok. Thank you, Liv. They're like little mini microphones that you like attach to your phone, and pretty much I get to attach it to my phone, and I can make it be like a cute little good quality microphone thing, and I could be like really far away and still talk. Like if I back all the way up, I don't know if it's gonna work. Let me see. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. For those of you listening to the podcast, I am actually recording because I'm trying to get my YouTube going again. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck on that. But yeah, let's get started. Today, I'm talking about a topic that's very important to me, especially in my life, because I feel like I think about it every day, and like I even have like a tiny little pimple on my face, which is like going into why I'm talking about this. And it is my Accutane journey. Let's get started. My jawline is so good. Alright, sorry, I was just admiring my jawline in the camera. But I want to talk about my Accutane journey, and I did not make an outline for this today because I didn't really fucking want to, and it's my podcast and I can do whatever the fuck I want. So I want to just talk about it. I have been through a lot when it comes down to my skin, and I have a lot of people ask me like, how do I get my skin so glowy and beautiful? And I say Accutane, because if you look very closely, I have a shit ton of acne scars. My skin is not perfect. My skin is not flawless. I get tiny itty bitty pimples, if you can't see right there, on my cheeks. If you're watching the YouTube, you can see that, and if not, sorry, follow me on Instagram at Dear Alissa Brand. But anyways, so I wanted to talk about what got me getting into Accutane, what started me on Accutane, and what my experience was like. So let's just dive right in to, we'll talk about high school, I guess. I always had struggled with acne, but like it was never anything really crazy. Like it was fucking annoying, but like it would just be like really like deep hurting ass fucking pimples, and it'd be like I'd have like 3 on my cheek and a couple on my forehead, and I'd be like, oh my god, I have acne. And in reality, now looking back, I'm like, yeah, definitely fucking not. So yeah, high school was a breeze. It wasn't really a big thing for me, honestly speaking. And honestly through college too, it only started hitting really bad. I want to say like right at the mask part of COVID, and at this point I'm already 21. I shouldn't be getting fucking acne because I'm not a fucking teenager anymore. I'm a brand spanking new adult, so like why the fuck am I getting acne was like my literal thought process. So I went to a dermatologist because little by little, like the masks obviously were irritating my skin just like every other person on the planet. And so the masks were irritating my skin, and bada bing, bada boom, my dermatologist told me, like, get your ass on Accutane. We could give you, like, the topicals, like, all the, like, creams and all that bullshit, but, like, honestly, if you want to get rid of it, what is that over there? Oh, it's a box. If you want to get rid of your acne, your best bet is going to be Accutane because it's hormonal, and it has to do, adult acne is, like, hormonal. So, like, it had nothing to do with the fact that I wasn't washing my face, or that I was eating like shit, or like whatever, or that I was drinking too much. Like it had nothing to do with anything that I was doing, like my diet or anything like that. It just had to do with me and my hormones. Thank you. I mean, I was blessed beautiful, but I was blessed with a flat ass and acne. Let's fix it. I decided to hop on Accutane despite all the warning signs. So I had originally went to the dermatologist, and they told me to do that. They gave me a little packet. They told me that I needed to do a urine sample because when you're on Accutane, you can't be pregnant. I was like, ha, definitely not pregnant. I had my IUD, birth control. You have to have birth control when you're on Accutane, and I was ready. After doing some research, talking to my parents, I decided against Accutane at this point in time. So this, I want to say, was maybe like February of 2021. Yep. Yeah, February of 2021. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to do it because it looks really scary. And I looked at pictures of Accutane, and if you look up side effects of Accutane, you see people's like skin like coming off and like being like peeled and bleeding. And I was like, yeah, I'm all set. No, thank you. So my mom was like, just change your face wash and do this. And so I did, and it didn't get fucking better. It got way fucking worse. My acne was hurting me, but like looking back at it, like I'm gonna put pictures so you guys could see, because if you're listening to my podcast, just kind of maybe either look at the video or Instagram, because I know for sure I'm gonna post that on Instagram. I've been really wanting to talk about this one for a while. So yeah, it started to get worse. It was like really, really painful, really hormonal, and I was just like popping them, and they just fucking hurt. So I was like, no, whatever. So I want to say like end of March, I went back to the dermatologist, was like, okay, put me on Accutane, and they're like, okay, you need to do another pregnancy test. And I was like, fuck. Still wasn't pregnant, obviously, but I mean, not obviously, but like I wasn't pregnant. And so then, yeah, I just ended up having to wait a month, and now we're into like April time, and boom, Accutane is in my system, and I'm feeling great. Nothing's changing. My skin is exactly the fucking same. I'm taking it every single day, and nothing had changed. So they always say like month one is like more or less like just it getting introduced into your system and all that. I didn't really have to focus too much on it. And then they said that by month two, I could either see it starting to kind of go away or do this thing called a purge. So what a purge is when your skin has like all this acne that's like built up, and what Accutane does is that it makes it like completely come out of your skin, and you just like get a shit ton of acne, and it's like the quote quote getting worse before it gets better thing. Like that's what they told me. And I was like, okay, like that's fine. Like it shouldn't be that bad, and whatever. So like I noticed that like I was getting a little bit more pimples, and I was like, oh damn, that sucks. I'm getting the purge, but they told me that it would only last a month. Now we're in May, and it's like not getting any fucking better, like at all. And I was like, Cal, what the fuck is going on over here? It's May, and now it's getting really, really bad. And then June comes along, and like, okay, well, sometimes it lasts like normally like an extra month. So like just wait it out a little bit. And I was like, okay, yeah, fine. And then it got really, really fucking bad in June. Like it was like to the point where like my whole entire face was like a pimple. And like I can confidently say that the reason why I have acne scars is because of this time period, because of the purge during my Accutane. Still, obviously, don't regret doing Accutane. I feel amazing. I look amazing. I feel great. But it definitely did suck, because I was like putting myself on Accutane, and I was like waiting for it to get better, and it was just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So on my next checkup, I talked to my dermatologist. I was like, yeah, it's literally not getting any better. Like, what do I do? Like, okay, well, like this rarely happens with any of my clients, but like I have to put you on steroids. So your girl got put on steroids. It's on top of the Accutane, on top of breaking up with my boyfriend, and on top of all that bullshit, I was on fucking steroids too. So that was great. But the steroids like did this weird thing. It was like an even out. It was like pretty much just like I just spit while I was talking. I'm sweating. It's hot. It's fucking hot in my apartment. Anyways, stop the purge and like progress Accutane from like continuing on. It was then put on these steroids, and the steroids really, really helped. Like it was like a month in, and like my skin just like boom cleared up. It was crazy. It was like insane. And then from there, it just started to get better and better and better, and I was feeling even more great and amazing and fabulous. And honestly, I want to say by probably like October, yeah, definitely October. there was a hair that just flew right in front of my face, and it was really fucking weird. I want to say by like October of 2021, I felt great, and like my skin was like amazing and whatever. And then I had to stay on it progressively. Like I was on it for almost a year. I think I got off of it in January or February of this year of 2022. I have no idea. Regardless, all I know is that that's like pretty much like the summary of it. Okay, so I wanted to like kind of cover everything because it was a lot of information, but let's get into the real shit, because this is not all just butterflies and fucking rainbows and oh, gotta put on steroids and this and that and the other. Shit was hard. Shit was really fucking hard, and it sucked, and I hated it, and I definitely don't regret it, but I definitely did not enjoy it. The thing that people don't talk about with Accutane is, number one, like it comes along with a lot of dryness. So like I was constantly dry everywhere. I'm not gonna like explain, but I was dry everywhere. Everywhere. That sucked. And then it like literally just like sucks everything out of your body. So that was number one. Number two, it thinned out my hair. My hair got super fucking thin really fucking quick, and honestly to this very day, like I still like haven't grown all my hair back, and it sucks. Like my hair is very, very thin now just because of Accutane. But I feel like the most important thing that really affected me was the mental aspect of Accutane. People don't really talk about it a lot, but like Accutane has a lot to do with depression and just like mood swings, I guess. It's literally a hormone getting put into your body, so of course you're gonna feel some type of way. People don't really talk about it as much as they should, because not only are you sitting here watching your skin get literally fucked up so hard before it can even get remotely close to better, but you're going on Accutane because you're already self-conscious. So it's like I was super self-conscious of my skin. I did not want to go out in public. I would put makeup on. I would cake it on. You could tell that I had acne underneath, but like I just put on makeup anyways because I just was like, I'd rather see caked up fucking cookie crumbs on my face than like my acne, because it was so embarrassing. And it's like, it's something that people don't talk about a lot, and they don't talk about it enough because it just sucked and it made me feel like shit. And I know a lot of like maskne, I think I'm saying that right. That shit was coming out. I was getting a phone call. Going with my fucking video now. Maskne was a big thing, and people were trying to make that like an awareness thing and blah, blah, blah. But people like didn't know the extent to my acne. Like I will show people pictures of it like now, and they're like, holy fuck, because I would literally hide it in everything. Like you could not tell in my social media that I was going through this. I was flexing my booty like nobody's business. I was like popping the fuck off all the time, trying to look cute on my Snapchat, singing my stuff in my car. Like it was just like hella filtered. I never took a picture without a filter or a mask on. Like I literally, like if I go back right now, like I literally have pictures from the same day, like one of them that I posted and one of them that I didn't post, from the legitimate same day. And like you wouldn't even be able to tell that I had my face literally full of acne. And like that's honestly really why I wanted to talk about it on here, because people always ask about my skin and how do you do? And I'm always like, oh girl, there's a fucking hair. I'm always like, oh girl, like I got you, blah 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 blah. But in reality, like it was never like this ever in my fucking life. Like it took me so long to be confident in my scars. It took me so long to be confident to take a picture without a filter, without wearing makeup out to work or to the gym. And it's like people don't understand it. And I'm sitting here like faking, like I had my podcast at this time. I was going out and getting fucked up on the weekends at this time and meeting guys and all that. And it's like posting pictures and selfies and stuff. And it's like you would have never fucking guessed that I was literally so self-conscious to the point where I literally couldn't even show my face with no makeup. And that's the part where I really wanted to talk about on here, because that mental battle that you go through when you're on Accutane is like literally no other. Like I get depression, and I know that because I felt it before. But when it comes down to literally looking in the mirror and the like, it's one thing to have like a body dysmorphia where you like feel like your body looks a different way, but when it's your legitimate face, the first thing that somebody sees when they talk to you and when they see you, wow, I'm spitting a lot when I fucking talk. Holy shit. This is why I plan things. I feel like when I just get to talk and blab, it just goes off. Anyways, but like when there is insecurities revolving around your face, I feel like that's something that nobody ever talks about, like feeling so ugly because of my face, because of what's on my face, because like the imperfections of my face. And it's like nobody talks about that when they talk about Accutane, but like that's the hardest fucking part. Like I get like the side effects, like being dry and having to put on a shit ton of lotion and putting fucking Aquaphor on your lips because your lips are always chapped and always cracked. Sucks. But like when it comes down to looking at yourself in the fucking mirror and be like, oh my God, I don't want anybody to see me like this. I don't want anybody to look at me. I don't want people to I can't make eye contact with people. I can't talk to people. I don't want to meet people. I feel like people aren't going to think I'm beautiful. I feel like I'm not beautiful. Like my face is covered in this red bullshit. And as many times as you post and be like, everybody has imperfections and acne is a real thing, doesn't matter because you're still going to look in the mirror and you're still going to feel the same fucking way. And I tried to post about it to make myself feel better. And I tried to bring awareness to like acne being an issue and yada, yada, yada. But in reality, like I can 1000% confidently say that I was definitely being fake. I was so self-conscious. I hated the way that my face looked. I hated the way that I looked. And acne was my biggest concern, my biggest insecurity. I literally remember talking to somebody about it and saying like, I'm so happy with where my body's at, but I hate my face. And it was just because of acne. And now like looking back at it, looking back at where I was when I first started Accutane, I probably would have never wanted to go on Accutane, looking at how the progress was. Like I literally, my face was destroyed, like literally destroyed, like fucked up, swollen, painful, dry, bloody, like that shit sucked. Like it fucking hurt. So like looking back at it, I just like I really appreciate where I am today for sure with my skin and my confidence and being able to be like, yep, I have a pimple right there and not giving a fuck because I know what my skin can look like. And it doesn't look like that anymore. So like, yeah, I will go out with a fucking pimple on my face and not give a fuck and wear no makeup. And it's like, I used to cover that shit in foundation. I literally don't even own foundation anymore. Like I literally don't even have any. Concealer, don't have it. Actually, I do have concealer, just kidding, for my eyeshadow. But I don't put anything on my face. Like nothing goes on my face. No anything. Like I used to cake that shit on. So like I said, like Accutane was definitely a struggle for me. It was definitely hard as fuck. Mentally, it was like, it sucked. Like I literally did not like how I looked, but in reality, like I definitely wouldn't go back. I feel like the growth that I made through that progress, being able to love myself and learn how to love myself in all of those imperfections and in all of those tough times and like feeling like I'm not beautiful and that just because like my face is like that, feeling like less worthy about who I am and what I do. Like I went through a lot of that, and despite all of that, I still managed to somehow start up a fucking podcast, start up a blog, and kick fucking ass, honestly, at trying to inspire other people to be fucking proud of who they are and what they look like. And while I will say, yeah, it sucked, and no, I didn't feel great, and yeah, I was on fucking steroids because I had to sit there and look at my face bleed when I woke up in the morning. I grew so much, and I will never ever forget it. Accutane was something that literally saved my life, saved my confidence. I genuinely feel like you need to hit rock bottom and you need to see yourself in the most vulnerable state to learn how amazing and how beautiful that you like really are. And like that was Accutane for me. Like I was down, I was covered in acne, and I had to figure out how to look in the mirror because I didn't know when that shit was gonna end. I had to look in the mirror and say, "Yup, I'm still fucking beautiful," and literally force myself to feel that way. And once you can proudly say that you grew yourself, grew your confidence, became how confident you are because of you, like that's just like a superpower in itself. Like people will call me, like this is one thing that I feel like everybody says like all the fucking time, that I'm cocky or something and I'm full of myself and la 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 la. Yeah, yep, I fucking am. Because I was not like this before. I did not like how I looked. I could not look in the mirror and be happy. I could not leave my house without makeup on. Like that right there is the accomplishment. Like how, like putting myself a year back, a year behind, and thinking, oh my God, how am I going to leave the house with no makeup? I would go out with my friends with no makeup? Nah, you're bugging, bro. You're fucking bugging. Like there's no way. And like now it's like takes me 2 seconds to fucking beep, 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 lip gloss, eyeshadow, eyeliner, done. Da da da. If anything, that's like my fancy going out makeup. Half the time I wake up and I just leave with no makeup. So it's like, honestly, it's like, yeah, I am fucking cocky, bruh. Yeah, I am fucking full of myself, bruh. Wanna know why? Because I worked my ass off to feel this fucking beautiful, and I had to look at myself in the fucking mirror every single day. Every single day. And correct all of my imperfections and how I was feeling and like not feeling good about myself. So yeah, I'm gonna be fucking cocky. I am gonna post 20 pictures a day if I want to. I'm gonna post all over my story and I'm gonna look at myself in the mirror and say, damn, she look good. Damn, I bet she bad. Yeah, I am gonna say that because I am a fucking bad bitch. And I went through too much to not feel like that. So all in all, I guess like the main focus of this is just like every other thing that I fucking preach, and it's just who gives a fuck what other people think. In reality, people didn't actually notice my acne. It was just me. I would show people all the time like my acne and be like, yeah, like my coworkers. I'm like, yeah, this was me in April, and they're like, huh, what? Like they didn't fucking realize that that's what I looked like. Like they had no idea that like if you're struggling with acne, like you are the only one who can notice it. Trust me. So definitely don't attack yourself. I did a lot of self-care and self-love. If you listen to my old podcasts around that time in 2021, you can hear some of the things that I would do to make myself feel better. So like whether it be like writing down little reminders in my mirror that I'm beautiful, or writing it on my hand, or journaling, or meditating, or going to the gym and taking a bomb-ass picture of your booty. And it's just like all those little things, like taking pictures with lingerie on, like feeling sexy, like anything to make yourself feel better in any kind of self-love journey is so crucial and so beneficial, and I will swear by it because I still do it to this day when I'm having my self-conscious days. So that was really all from my Accutane journey. I feel like I could talk about this forever, and I'd love to answer questions if anybody has questions for me. But yeah, it was definitely not easy, and it was not peaceful, and I had to grow a lot as a person. I had to learn to love myself through all the imperfections, and because of Accutane, like I can look at myself in the mirror and I could do face masks, and I could touch my face without it hurting. And I feel beautiful even if I have imperfections because I've seen myself at literally the worst, at legitimate, like if we're gonna talk about rock bottom, like as skin in the skin world, like skin rock bottom, like I've seen myself at the worst. So like I can really just appreciate like my present beauty and like who I am right now. And I'm really grateful for it. It was a really tough journey. It was a year of a lot of working on myself, self-love, crying, sadness, covering it up, faking. Like it was a long fucking journey, but like thank God for it, because I literally like would not be the woman that I am today without this. And like it's so crucial and beneficial to me in my like everyday life, where it's like people don't understand how important like your skin, it's literally feeling comfortable in your actual skin, like how important that really is for somebody. And like thankfully from Accutane it helped me. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys liked my little half potty half video. It was really fun. I really like this. I'm totally gonna be doing this more often because I have this little Mikey mic. So I'm gonna be doing that. But anyways, let me know, obviously, per usual, if you guys have any suggestions, anything that you guys want me to talk about, blah, 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 all that bullshit. And yeah, so that was all for today. Obviously, keep buying Dear Alissa merch. I want to say by, what is it? In about 2 weeks, I'm gonna announce this week. 2 weeks from now, there will be a release of some of my old designs. They will not be available in my store anymore. So if you are interested in buying anything on there, please, please, please buy now. I know I have a lot of larges in stock, so if you guys like oversized or if you are a large, please let me know. Kings and queens, thank you very much. My website is www.dearalissa.com/merch to shop. And my Instagram is at Dear Alissa Brand. My personal, obviously you guys know this already, MAMILISSY, Mommy Lissy. And I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for supporting. You guys are fucking real as fuck. And if you're fake, I don't give a fuck, because at least you're listening. So, love y'all. Thank you so much. Bye. I have to somehow end this at the same time.